Hello everyone, it's me, your friendly neighborhood dinosaur nerd. I'm feeling pretty sick today, so if I sound a bit off, that's why. I'm not feeling well. But I wanted to make a video because I have nothing to distract me from making videos since I'm at home sick right now, and I can't be doing anything else. So yeah, in today's video, we will be talking about a person who I have dealt with and who is insane. I will not be revealing this person's name, but she goes to school with me, and she was in a lot of my classes last year, and she was a bit of a pain to deal with, so yeah. I won't be saying anything else about her personally because I don't want to offend her or dox her or anything really, but she was weird. So, as you guys know, I am a very big evolutionary biology nerd. I try to spread that passion where I can, and I remember I had just read an article showing that Ichthyovenator, which is a relative of Spinosaurus, actually had a tail fin, so we now know they were more widespread among Spinosaurs than we previously had thought. I was very excited about this, so I was telling the class about it. Anyway, her response was to ask how they can be considered dinosaurs when they were partly aquatic. I said that it's all in their ancestry. It evolved from an animal that's part of Dinosauria. It's still part of Dinosauria regardless of what it evolves into. I said sort of like how ducks are still birds, even though they're partly aquatic. And she gasped. She said, "What? Ducks are birds? Oh my gosh, how is that possible? No, you've got to be making this up. Ducks couldn't possibly be birds." So she sat there, dumbstruck that ducks could possibly be a type of bird. Then she looked it up on her Chromebook, and she said that it doesn't make sense to consider ducks birds because they can't fly. Which is wrong for two reasons. First, ducks obviously can fly. I have no idea why she would think they can't. I thought it was common knowledge that ducks could fly, and it probably is. But anyway, she also said that ducks can't... She also said that if an animal can't fly, it can't be a bird. Which is obviously wrong, because ostriches are birds. I asked her what she thought ducks could possibly be if they weren't birds. She said that they're their own category of animals, which is absurd. So yeah. Then she asked me if tarantulas could be considered dinosaurs. Her logic for this being that they are carnivorous animals that are not reptiles, birds, or mammals. Firstly, birds are reptiles, dinosaurs are a subgroup of reptiles, and birds are a subgroup of dinosaurs. So yeah, but anyway, getting more to the point, tarantulas are arachnids. More specifically, they are spiders. They're not even vertebrates. How could they be in any of those groups? I tried to lay this out in an evolutionary perspective, and she asked how it couldn't be they just lost their bones. Which is still completely nonsensical. Why would they lose their bones? So yeah, she also questioned me on the idea that dolphins are mammals. She said, no, dolphins are not mammals. Dolphins are fish. Yeah, right. I said dolphins are whales. Whales lactate, and we now know they evolved from a mammal ancestor, so they are mammals. Some even have slight bits of hair. She said, no, you're right. Whales are mammals. Dolphins aren't whales. Dolphins are porpoises, and porpoises are fish. So dolphins are fish. So, if we want to be really persnickety, we can say that anything can be a fish as long as a competent specialist says it's a fish, because, fish has no real evolutionary meaning. It's just an amalgamation of animals that are not tetrapods but are vertebrates. But anyway, no. The common definition of fish is a non-tetrapod vertebrate. Dolphins are tetrapods. So, yeah. I don't think she probably understands what a tetrapod is. I tried explaining it to her many times, and she somehow became under the impression that spiders are tetrapods, but whales are not, but that tetrapod isn't an evolutionarily meaningful term. I don't know. I really don't know. I tried my best to try to help her, but she would always just get mad at me and completely misunderstand what I was saying. So she was a bit of a pain to deal with. Now, I'm going to give one last example. This is the most ridiculous thing I think I've heard anyone say. Now, I am more of a biology guy. I do not specialize in botany. But I know the basics because I've been taught basic science in school, for goodness sakes. And I do know some interesting stuff about botany. It's just not something I have comprehensive knowledge of. It's not one of my main interests, but I do find it interesting, and there are some fun botany facts that I could share with you if you wanted me to, like the fact that palm trees are actually a type of grass. But that's a story for another day. We're here to talk about this girl and her bizarre misunderstandings of basic biology. So anyway, she was under the impression that trees urinate. I'm not joking. She explained this in great detail, in a way that actually makes sense. Because the thing is, she seems to be very smart. She just doesn't pay attention and takes pride in the fact that she hasn't read a book in several years. She's very clever. She just insists on finding things out herself and ends up coming away with a very detailed misunderstanding of reality. She's very smart. I admire her intelligence. I do not admire her attitude towards other people and her attitude towards learning or her stubbornness, but I admire her intelligence. She seems very clever. But yeah, anyway, she came under the elaborate impression that trees urinate. And before I explain her reasoning behind this, I'll explain how this came out. I was just walking around with my friend during our movement break, where we go walk around a track. There's a tree next to the track. At the time, there were several big growths on the tree, which I'm pretty sure were tumors. We decided to remove them. As we were removing them, she walked by. She was shocked. She said, oh my goodness, what are you doing? The tree can't pee without those. That's its urinary tract. You're damaging its urinary tract. I asked her what she was talking about. She said that the roots of a tree are actually similar to the urinary tract in animals, and that the tree takes in water when it rains, and it uses the water to grow. But sometimes there's too much water inside it, so it needs to urinate, and it pees through the roots. And if the roots are in the slightest bit damaged, the tree can no longer pee, and it will wither and die because there's too much water in it. Completely nonsensical, but it kind of makes sense. She also said that that's why soil is moist. Soil is moist because trees have been peeing in it for millions of years. At least she accepts an old earth. I mean, small victories. Small victories. But yeah, she was insane. I think she was very smart. She just had a very weird understanding of reality and refused to listen to anyone. So yeah. But yeah, that was the girl, who will not be named. I have lots of weird things that have happened in my life and weird people who I have encountered. I might make this little story time with your friendly neighborhood dinosaur nerd a recurring thing on the channel, because this has been really nice. I'm feeling very sick now, and I'm probably going to go to sleep. So goodbye. But, yeah, hope you enjoyed this. This was fun.